What is a market failure? Economists talk about markets a lot, and we generally like them. However, sometimes we say that they fail. How can it be that the people you thought were running around defending markets suddenly turn around and tell you that they are failing? The answer to the first part of that question is that all economists know that there are situations in which markets that are left to their own devices won't work as we might hope. When we say that a market has failed, it means that if you just let the market decide what to do without any help, you won't get the maximum possible benefits from that market for consumers, producers, and everyone else. So, a market failure means less good stuff for society. We've already seen two examples of market failures in this series of videos. Those examples were public goods and externalities. The examples from our public goods video were things like lighthouses, clean air, and open source code. Some market failures from our externalities video were driving a car and using electricity. You should go back and watch those if you haven't already. There are other situations in which markets left to their own devices won't end up at the best outcome for society. One case of this is when there is not complete information on the part of the buyer or the seller. Used cars are a market like this. Another possible failure takes place when one buyer or seller has a lot of control of the market. You see this when you're choosing where to get internet service for your house. Have you ever noticed there aren't a lot of different options on that front? Many of our environmental, health, and social problems result from market failures. The important thing about a market failure is that where one exists, you can't expect the market to fix itself. You need someone else to step in. Often the entity of choice in this kind of situation is the government. As we already heard in the case of externalities like pollution, the government can regulate pollution directly, set up taxes to reduce it, or permits to restrict it. We pay for many public goods like lighthouses, national defense, and roads with our taxes, and state, local, and federal governments take the responsibility of managing those. State and federal government also plays a role in regulating and pricing utilities like electricity. These are all examples of government responses to market failures. There are also some private responses to market failures. Charities often step in to help raise money and create programs to conserve wildlife habitat, eliminate poverty, and support public health. There are lots of times when markets are a great way to distribute goods. In fact, in many situations, they may be the best way in the sense that they get us to a situation in which society as a whole gets the most benefit from the stuff we produce and consume. However, it's important to recognize that when markets don't get us to the right solution, we need to look for ways to solve the problem.